I'm James Howell. Let me tell you about some magic that happened this spring in Weaver Park. Monday night, May or June, about 20 after 6, the park is empty except for a few exercisers. By 6:30, 6:35, the park is teeming with people. We had a kids soccer program, recreational low-cost kids soccer program. Up to 86 kids came every week, and all kinds of parents, grandparents, all kinds of other people. It really made the park vibrant. Yes, I started that program, and I ran it with the help of many other people, including 5 volunteer coaches. And I do take credit for that. I have no apologies for that. I don't take total credit for the idea. The idea came from the Auditorium Neighbourhood Association, who's been running a similar program for a long time. I knew that the program was a proven success, and I knew that there was a need for it in Central Frederick. That story goes to show that I know Ward 10, and I know how to make a difference. I know Ward 10 because that's where essentially I've lived my whole life. I grew up. I've been walking the streets literally since I've been able to walk. I grew up on Murder, in the house my parents still live in. My family and I now live on Simeon Street. We had lived as well near King and Ottawa for a number of years. I even lived on errands at college. So I know Ward 10 because I've lived it. And so, for example, I've seen how residential street parking, the need for residential street parking around the auditorium has increased over the years. So when it expanded recently, I went to a meeting with a whole bunch of other people who kept asking, where will they park? Where will they park? The media was having trouble getting any other answer from anybody. But there was no solid answers that night. There were no solid answers when it went to council committee a couple weeks later. There was no answers until I stood up and asked, where will they park? Seriously, where will they park? I did it through my blog. I did it at council. I got answers that were in place before construction began. I know how to make a difference. And yes, in that case, I was helping to make people's voices heard. People whose voices who had gone to a meeting and weren't heard. I know from talking to my neighbors what a problem Lancaster Street is. I know how unsafe it is for cyclists and pedestrians, especially the crossing at Chapel. I've talked to them, and after listening to them for a long time, I did what I do. I blogged about it. I blogged very specific ideas, long-term ideas on how we should really be redesigning the street to make it safer for pedestrians and for cyclists. I realized that we needed some more very specific, concrete, short-term ideas too. So I blogged about those, such as making Chapel and Lancaster a nice three-way stop. Today, I went further, did my third blog post, because that's what I do. I've been blogging on issues for 4.5 years. Today I showed how Glasgow, crossing Westmount School, is an example for making things safer on Lancaster Street. So that's how I take my knowledge of Ward 10 and use it to make a difference. What you need to do is ask yourself some questions. Who has a proven record of making a difference? Who knows Ward 10 the best? Who has been actively engaging with people on ideas and sharing information? I think when you answer those questions, you know how to vote. You can count on me.